Brought to you by paid sponsorship for the Field Guide to Floral Dragons Kickstarter. Happy Gabriellathon! This week we're going to have some fun to celebrate one of our favorite characters, Gabriella. Franz, Crow, and I will all do separate, super short, epic Gabriella shots. Basically, I'm giving them carte blanche to animate whatever they want for 2 days, and they're incredible animators, followed by over 10 minutes of Gabriella, a bunch of which has been Patreon only for almost 4 years. And that all culminates in my favorite Gabriella episode to date. So strap in for some epic shots, some vintage episodes, and a whole lot of Gabriella gobgags.
Gabriella finds Kitty! Can we keep?
No way!
Yes!
What? Gabriella just shouted.
Wait, that cat talks? Put it down. Just put it down.
You're the Prince of Power!
We're keeping the cat.
Shouldn't we go help?
Dennis, if you interrupt this, I will kill you myself. We've been saving up animation budget for this, and I won't let you distract me, even for a
And it's
second.
over.
Mimic fought well, but I have something Mimic does not. The power of
Say it.
Don't say it.
friendship.
So cliche.
It's true, though.
We didn't do anything.
It's 50,000.
You think it's a good deal?
I mean...
Sorry about the echo. There's something wrong with this batch of sending scrolls. It's just bouncing all around my inner sanctum. This week we review the Order of Magus and Protector's new Boosted Carpet. Full disclosure, the OMP had the carpet sent over free of charge for this review, and they came along with my new friend here, Gabriella Gobgax. Say hi, Gabriella.
Hi, Gabriella!
It comes in 4 variations. Today we're going to test out the 1 to 20, their flagship model. It says in the specs that it goes a whopping 80 feet a turn, but we're going to find out for ourselves. It has a 200-pound capacity, and you can speak the carpet's command as an action to make it hover and fly. This carpet's command word is Spellbook. Okay, here's our starting line. I'm using prestidigitation. This is not permanent. This is not vandalism. Okay, 3, 2, 1, Spellbook. My ball. I had a lot of fun today. They definitely go as fast as the specs say. I can tell you that for sure. Gabriella, what's your review?
Likes, but not loves.
All right, overall, I think I'd agree. I'd grade OMP's carpets a late-level luxury item. It's a little pricey if you have to pay full price. I'd go for an airship first if you don't have one. That said, the craftsmanship is astonishing. The stitchwork alone would make it a welcome addition to any wizard's inner sanctum. Hi there, welcome to the animated Spellbook. I've been doing a lot more experimental stuff lately, but every now and then I think it's fun to just do a nice spell. This was mentioned in a previous episode, but not covered in enough detail. Let's talk Invisibility. A creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on the target's person. I would rule that means that if they pick something up, it also becomes invisible. The spell ends for a target if it casts a spell or attack. Why?
Was it tell Gabriella
Okay,
it?
I can see that.
Boom.
But just not yet. You can also use higher level slots to cast it on more creatures simultaneously, like so. Like so.
Oh! But what invisibility
I'm glad you
mean?
asked that question. A lot of text for invisibility is actually being hidden elsewhere in the PHB. At the back of the book, 291, the often ignored pages on status effects, you'll find an entry on invisibility as a status. A creature becomes impossible to see without the aid of magic or special senses. The purpose of hiding, the creature is heavily obscured. The creature's location can be detected by any noise it makes or tracks it leaves. And attack rolls against the creature are at disadvantage, and the creature's attack rolls are at advantage.
Gabriella hides, assists, dodges for free. Why use spell?
Okay, fair enough, but it's not the only place that they hid info on invisibility, and if you listen to me, you can detect this location. The Unseen Attackers section on page 194 states that in addition to attacks having disadvantage on invisible or unseen enemies, if you don't target the right location, you automatically miss. So it's a great way to get the jump on an enemy, escape, or avoid damage if you're a bit squishy. Also, many spells require casters to see the target, and those that don't require usually at least require that you cast the spell in the right area. So it's a good way to avoid those sorts of spells too. Finally, there's Greater Invisibility, which actually lasts less time and costs a higher level spell slot. It's a level 4 spell, but you can attack or cast spells without losing invisibility. Like so.
Attack! Stay invisible.
The neck. I dropped the
Too
potion.
much? It feel like too much. Okay.
Oh. Okay. See? She's still invisible. Gabriella's gone. It's not permanent, but she went to Turtle Bay in an air cruise. Bye.
Gabriella, leave now.
I stayed behind to work, but you know what? I'm burned out. But this is as good a place as any to stop a season. It's not like, it's not TV, it's YouTube. So, ta-da, it's the finale. To cast Teleportation Circle, you need to take this fancy gem chalk and draw a 10-foot diameter circle on the ground and inscribe it with sigils that link your location to a permanent teleportation circle somewhere else on the same plane of existence as you. A shimmering portal opens within the circle and remains open till the end of your next turn. Any creature that enters the portal instantly appears on the destination circle or near it if it's occupied. Making a permanent destination circle is no easy task. It takes a year of reinscribing the same circle every day. Too much effort for me. Luckily, important places often have permanent destination teleportation circles somewhere on their premises. When you first get the ability to cast this spell, you'll get sigil sequences corresponding to 2 permanent circles on the material plane determined by your DM. And you can memorize new sigil sequences after studying them for 1 minute. Teleportation circles are always on the ground. There's a pretty substantial argument, though, among wizards and dungeon masters as to what constitutes ground. Would a wall work? Would a ship deck? How about something portable like a blanket, a 10 by 10 wooden structure? And by raw, most people would say, no, none of those things are ground. But I like all of those ideas, and hopefully your DM agrees with me, but maybe they don't. Guess what? It looks like we've got a lenient DM today. These are the sigils for the deck of the Lion's Heart airship, and you know what that means. It's time for a vacation. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for the next season, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Wizard!
You've been searching through the PHB, looking at the charts, checking the spells section, and you can't for the life of you figure out how many spells your cleric knows. Welcome to this episode of the animated spellbook, Clerical Error. Gabriella, bring me my good and lawful book along with my raiment.
Okay.
Thank you. This isn't...
This book, utilitarian book. Good book, no fun.
Fair enough. Bring me my utilitarian raiment then. Since this is my first video really talking about clerics, it's also worth mentioning clerics are very good. Here's my theory about clerics. Nobody wanted to play them, so they got buffed. And then that happened over and over and over again. And now, if built correctly, a cleric can be ridiculously good at things you wouldn't expect. Whether that's melee or even espionage, they aren't the support casters you'd think. Though they often are defined by their healing abilities, they're capable of devastating damage output and can take a pummeling. Not to mention, they know all of their spells.
Everyone know their spells.
No. They know all of the spells on the cleric spell list. The bottleneck is just at the prep level. After a long rest, you can prep a number of spells from the complete cleric spell list equal to your wisdom mod plus your level. You also get all of your domain spells prepped for free. In addition to all of that, you even have channel divinity powers, which have their own rules, and we're not going to cover that here except to say they're very good powers. Clerics, druids, and paladins all have this spell list thing in common. They have their entire spell list available for prep. I know to some of you this is super obvious, but to others, like me for instance, the problem I ran into, and I wasted hours trying to figure out how many spells I could learn. Ah!
No. I help. I sorry.
What? Hey!
Gabriella, show you. I show secret. I show you Gagnok.
What's a gug nug?
No, what? Ooh. Force us Rob Road. You kill big bad Gagnok. Goblins good again.
Okay, look, Paul, we don't have all day. Kill a goblin. We gotta see what's inside this cave already.
It speaks common.
I don't care if she speaks Netherese. We have to go.
Listen, she's sorry.
I'm sorry.
She's obviously evil.
I don't think she's evil.
She and her tribe have killed so many merchants.
Under duress, Dennis. She can help us find Doug,
Gagnok.
the big bad.
The only thing she's gonna help us find is another ambush.
Gabriella, turn over new leaf. Show you Gagnok. Help you help goblins. Win.
It's a win-win.
Paul, please, okay, Paul. There's at least 22 dead goblins.
23.
23, fine, okay. Even putting aside the evil thing, we just killed 23 goblins.
Are you going to make a point, or are you just going to keep listing numbers?
What was this goblin's name?
Gabriella don't know it.
Fine. Then him.
Grubrat.
And, did you and Grubrat get along?
Gabriella hate Grubrat.
We probably just killed everyone she's ever known. All of her friends. Probably her husband. Probably her kids. You think she's just gonna switch sides?
Yes.
Thanks for watching this video brought to you by the Field Guide to Floral Dragons Kickstarter. A beautifully illustrated guide to the mysterious world of floral dragons, unusual and elusive creatures, inspired by real-world plants and flowers. They're making an over 200-page book with rich lore, fascinating field notes, not to mention a massive selection of beautiful objects available through the Kickstarter. If you want to check it out, there are links in the description.